We know that you were born magical. We know that you are intuitive, and we know that you are brimming with everyday enchantment. Here at the Sisters Enchanted, we believe in intention, we believe in intuition, and we believe in everyday magic. Welcome in to the Expedition to Soul podcast. Welcome to this episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast.
Woo!
Woo! I'm Sarah, founder of the Sisters Enchanted, and I'm joined by...
Hello! I'm Anna. I'm the co-founder here at the Sisters Enchanted.
And Anna has a special thing in her hands. You're gonna... It's a copy of the Magical Self-Care book. The book.
Book.
So I did a thing. Wrote a book. My picture's on it.
It's my house in the back of the picture.
In front of Anna's fireplace.
House.
It's Anna's house. And it's a book, y'all.
It's a real.
I know. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. So what we're going to talk about today, well, we're going to tell you about that book there. Some magical self-care stuff going on here at Sisters Enchanted, but 3 unexpected ways, or one of them you might have heard of, to use a book. And besides reading it, 3 things to do with a book if you aren't reading it and want to use it.
As a fan, is this one?
No, but that could be number 4. Good luck to our podcast person, Danielle, for coming up with the title for this podcast.
Bookity book.
Bookity book. So, as I said, we're going to tell you 3 ways to use a book if you're not actually going to read it, or maybe you read it and you still want to use your book. And also, if you did not get your book, you can do so by going to 21dayselfcare.com, 21, the number 21, dayselfcare.com, and you can get yourself a copy of the book. It's currently for sale at Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and it's supposed to be for sale everywhere. And eventually everywhere. And is what this book is about. It's about self-care. Now, it is, if you've used our free 21-day self-care guide, it is an expanded version of that guide. So we've added information to it, really made it more comprehensive. There's lots of prompts in there. Also, when you do buy the book, there's a link with video resources and extra printables to support you in using it going forward. So, yes, I know Anna's just tossing it about. We do have
I'm finding miraculous things. I'm responding to miraculous magical.
Responding with her face to the book. I have not held my own book yet. Only Anna has, and Danielle, our designer, has held the book. So you'll want to check it out. And there's quotes in there from your fellow community members all throughout the book. And there's a delightful photo of Anna's smile holding a coffee cup to it. And who doesn't want to see that?
My face is in the book. Oh, and my pothos.
There's a plant in the book.
My plant.
A plant. Do you like holding the book, Anna?
It's a really nice book. Here's my face.
There it is.
I actually am a big fan of this cover feel that you get when some books that have that kind of like, what's the word? It's almost like velvety, but not.
Yeah.
It's like velvety. This is going to sound like it doesn't make sense, but velvety satin. Like it is
soft. So I will say, for anybody wondering, we did self-publish this book. You might be wondering, why might one want to self-publish a book? Well, one might want to do that. So for us here, you know how we love to offer all of our free classes and exciting goodness. And while they are free to attend, like our free 21-day self-care adventure that we are going on right now, which is free, so you can register for that. We'll put the links where all the links are. Our Expedition to Soul class is coming up in just a few weeks, and usually over 10,000 people join that for free. The reality is that they are free for you to take, but they cost us anywhere from $5 to $20 per person to run those free classes. So we chose to self-publish our book to help get the message out to more people so we can keep offering all of our free classes. So if you love the classes that we offer here, whether you can join our programs or you take advantage of our free classes, it's really helpful to support small business and grab a copy of the book. Also, self-publishing the book is a great choice for us environmentally friendly witches out there because they are print on demand. So there's not a whole bunch of them sitting around in a warehouse. They're not shipping on a boat from China. There are tons and tons of printing facilities here in the US. So if you're ordering the book in the US, it's very, 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 very most likely, in fact, that's being printed here in the US. So it also has a lower environmental impact to self-publish a book, which is what we did. So definitely check it out, share with your friends, and you can use one of the 3 strategies we're going to give you with the book once it's in your hands. And I can't wait to get it in my own hands.
Yes.
I'm going to hug it.
To hug.
I'm going to hug it and rub it. You know what I can't stand about the internet? There are all these strangers out there trying to tell you what to do and how to live your life. Well, you won't find any of that here at the Sisters Enchanted. We have led our Expedition to Soul free program for years and years now to tens of thousands of people around the world. And what makes it different from everything else out there is that it will help you to map your own journey forward, to look at your intentions, to look at what magic means to you, what witchery, what all the woo-woo spiritual goodness available to you, what it means to you, to expand your intuition and so much more. And it's all centered on your unique self, your unique way of being. We host this free class twice per year. So I don't want you to miss out when it's coming up next. Go to expeditiontosoul.com to find out the next dates. Get your name on the list so you get those emails, you get all of the pre-class goodies, because even though it's a free class, we load you up with tons of pre-materials to get you already working on everything before we even kick off. So head to expeditiontosoul.com today to find out that next date. Get yourself registered. You won't want to miss out. And we can't wait to join you on an expedition to soul. We should, instead of 3 things to do with the book, we should say 3 weird things to do with a book.
Is it play video games with your book?
Or do some cloud watching?
Yes.
Eye gazing? Yes.
Star gazing. Sun gazing.
That will make you blind, sister. Before we get into our 3 things to do, right now I'm in Florida and Anna's in Connecticut. How much do you miss me?
Well,
do you
as
miss
much
me
as you miss me.
Or do you miss me to the moon and back?
As much as you miss me.
I miss you to the moon and back.
The moon and back.
Yes. It's been too long.
Yes, we're going to go on a day, half a day, couple hours of a day trip when you get back.
Are we?
Yeah. We're going to
go. Sounds exciting.
Like maybe get margaritas and nachos.
I will always do that with you.
And maybe I'll drag you to a plant shop.
Maybe. Plants and Pants. We're going to make a new podcast called Plants and Pants because Anna spends her free time looking on the internet for plants, and I spend mine looking on the internet for pants.
Pants and plants.
Pants and plants.
We should make a line of plant pots that are different varieties of pants.
Oh my gosh.
Red pot your plant in the pants.
You should. See, here's the thing. Anna just loves plants. I mean, who doesn't like looking at plants? But Anna, mine just like people get, like my mom keeps giving them to me and that's fine. And they're there and I like to look at them, but I'm not good at caring for them or like choosing or whatever. But Anna loves that. And I have gained several pounds in the last 2 years. And I have a very like pear-shaped body. So I'm like, I am very bootylicious these days, like very bootylicious, but I also have really short legs. And so finding pants that fit short legs when you're bootylicious but have a small waist is like, that's like the, what's that called? The golden, what is that? That's like, what's that thing that they try to find? The thing.
The golden ticket?
No, well, yeah, that could be it. That's not what I was trying to say. The thing and the things and the King Arthur and the Gawain and the I don't know what I'm trying to say. I haven't slept well in days. They're trying to find something.
Okay.
It's not a golden ticket. That's Willy Wonka, but we'll go with that because that would stand to reason why my something. Anyway, neither here nor there. The golden ticket: finding pants that will fit short legs, a raging bootylicious booty, and raging. It's so big these days. It's fine. I mean, I don't mind it. It's very bootylicious, but so I spend lots of time online just like being like, look at these pants. Maybe these pants are the pants for me. Anna. Yeah, and I never buy them, but I just send Anna all day long links to pants, and then she sends me plant things.
Yes. Well, you see, I still am rocking a really sweet post baby bod, 16 months out. Yeah. And, like, it's just really glorious. And you know, I'm not sure if I'm finished with the baby stage of life. And so I don't want to buy pants because I'm going to buy pants just to like not be able to wear the pants. So instead I'll buy plants so that I don't grow out of them.
No, buying pants is such an adventure. They need to be just tight enough to like hold my pooch in, but then if they're tight there, then they're uncomfortable to sit in. So then that doesn't work. And then the short length tends to just be a little like, I don't know. I don't really always like how short they are. But then if I get regular, my legs are so short, those are too long. So then that doesn't work. And it's really an adventure buying pants. It's like such an adventure.
Yeah, I'm kind of at that rate too, that my pants need to be loose because of all of my mom paunchiness, but then they like just fall off of me and then they accentuate the mom paunchiness.
Yeah. So. At least you don't have as short legs as I do. My legs are really short.
Do not have short legs. And
Anna put on my winter coat last year on a walk. She was like, what is wrong with your coat? Why are your sleeves so short? Because I have to buy petites for my short arms.
That is not. Sarah and I are like the same height, but we've got very different builds. Like you said, you're pear-shaped. I'm very much, I guess I'm hourglass shaped.
Yeah.
I'm the same like shoulder to hip ratio, and I've got this skinny waist, but then I do have, what did you say, a raging
bootylicious booty.
Bootylicious.
Dress. I can't buy dresses unless they have like a full skirt because otherwise they are too, like if I buy it to fit my butt, it's way too big on top and falls off my shoulders. But if it fits the top, then I can't get it over my hips. So dresses are challenging unless they're stretchy and have like a swing skirt on them. Anyway, the book is out. Self-care, your derriere. And
that should be the name of this podcast. Books and self-care for your derriere.
Self-care your derriere. Yeah, I'm sitting on my derriere right now. It's taking up a lot of space like over the edges of this chair. Goodness me. Anyway, okay.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, Dios mío, what's happening? 3 ways that you might use a book.
Such a productive podcast. We're doing so good.
I know. One of these days we'll make like real useful things to think about. This is useful. 3 ways to use a book besides reading it. Way number 1, you might know this, bibliomancy. Bibliomancy. You just open the book and then intuitively stop. And what is the message for you? Anna, what's the message that you just received from that book?
Boy. Take control of your time.
Oh, Anna, that's a good message for you.
I know. Take control of your time. Choose a calendar and schedule things. Schedule in all your rocks. You know how I love the term rocks.
Anna's like, I don't want to read anything about this book.
So yeah, how to take control of your time. This is about, you know. What?
Just do look at that book and think, this is just Sarah preaching at me. Take control of your time.
This is about bending time.
Bending time. It's a useful skill.
Consider
all right.
How you perceive time.
How do you perceive time? That's a great question. Do you perceive like there's not enough? It's not on your side? Untrue. Time is just like money. It's entirely made up. They're both just made up. Somebody was like, this is how we tell time. But somebody could have easily been like, no, a day is this long. But no, somebody somewhere was like, this is how long a day is. Everybody get in lockstep with that. Same with money. This is what is $1. This is what's $100. Somebody just made that up. So you can just reimagine your relationship to both those things. Easier said than done, but it's true. It's made up. Time is made up.
So much podcast swag here. My pots and plants. Self-care for your derriere. What would you just say? Time is made up.
Time is fictitious.
Time is fictitious. Just so many things to put on a t-shirt from just this one podcast.
I know. Dropping knowledge bombs. Okay. This is the podcast you get when I've been away. Okay, let me just tell you. I've been in Florida, right? Oh, so great. Sarah from Connecticut is in warm Florida. Not. I got to Florida and then I'm here with my elderly grandparents and one of them was ill and I had to be in the hospital. And then that was, a thing. And then when we came home from the hospital, I didn't sleep at all because it's like having a newborn at home or something and you're afraid they're going to like fall out of bed or like cry and you're not going to hear them or who knows. So that was no sleep. Then there's been a thing happening with wind and our power keeps going out at night. And my family cannot sleep if there's not like a big fan pointing directly at us. So then no one's been sleeping. Then my kids have a cold and my little guy is like waking up and flopping over and falling out of the bed all night every night. So I'm a very tired, time fictitious, pants searching, derriere caring for my derriere person right now.
If it makes you feel any better, my kids were also sick and it's been over a week and it's just like the runny nose of doom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just like the runny nose that won't quit.
Yes. No one's sleeping around here. Okay. So number 1, bibliomancy. Flip to a page. What is your message? Anna's message is about time.
Oh, now this one says when.
All right. The next way, number 2. Okay. Do you have a pencil on your desk, Anna? You need a pencil so you can erase. Okay. So close your eyes and flip to a page. And then gently circle like 3 spots on the page all around intuitively, lightly so you can erase it or just leave it if you want to mark up your book, which is fine.
If I circle places that aren't
I know. What if it's a photo page? I was just thinking that and I was like, well, that my idea will bomb. But what are the chances of that happening?
Okay, I've circled spaces.
Okay, so did you circle near or on any words?
Yes.
What are they?
To change.
Oh, to change.
The reason.
The reason.
And then I circled you. But if I take the rest of the sentence, you end up in the right spot.
Ooh, so see, Anna just collected herself a message. So she closed her eyes, used a pencil, and just randomly selected 3 places to circle, and then gave herself a message.
Yes. Also, if I look in the middle of all of those circles, I realize that a line in this that just jumped out at me, it's like an oracle card pull to my message. It says, fiercely believing in yourself.
Look at that. So what's your message altogether? Can you just recap it?
So to change the reason you end up in the right spot could be having to do with fiercely believing in oneself.
That's deep. It's a deep message.
Leave it circled.
My little book just delivered you. You're welcome. Okay.
Your little book just had notes written, circles in it, jotted. You now have a book that somebody has jotted in.
That's a first. That's exciting.
And jotted in.
Okay. Way number 3 to use a book is to, if there's a page that has a message or something that really struck home to you, or even if it's fiction book, but there's like a scene that you're like, oh my gosh, I want to integrate this scene into my life somehow. Like I want to step into this scene. Use yourself a bay leaf or braid up some like, I don't know what colors, like golds and silvers and whites and sparkles or like green, some abundance colors, braid up like a ribbon braid that you can use as a like a bookmark. but use a bay leaf or like a ribbon braid of abundance colors or something like that. Like get crafty and put it in the page for the book, like a bookmark, and then go to it, read that part to yourself, and leave your abundance generating tool in there, generating that abundance of that page information or story or whatever into your life.
You could probably
And then
make
you
that
can
really
even put it under your
simple,
pillow.
too. Yeah. By
Carry
like
it around.
writing on a piece of paper or something, like words or your intention, and have that like write it down also, like on a bookmark. Like if you don't have a bay leaf or string. Did I lose you there for a minute?
No, I'm here. Bay leaf like a string. Yes.
You were lost in something happened. You just were reading something and you were gone. And you did that thing that you were like, no, I'm doing more than one thing at once. I totally get what you were doing right there. You totally shit out on me.
Kevin has just started.
That face you make when something's happening and you're like, yeah, bay leaves and string.
Kevin has started. What does he say about it? My husband? He's like, oh, good. It's like you've gone somewhere else again. And he just gets so upset at me. So apparently it's like really obvious. I mean, I don't know if I don't look at myself, but it's apparently very obvious when I stop listening.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to go back to this podcast and find this moment when I was telling somebody that they could craft their own bookmark with their own.
I heard you with the bay leaf.
And you're just sitting there doing this. I was like, Sarah, did I lose? And you're like, no. It was your Devil Wears Prada moment. You have to go back and look for it.
I don't know. Sometimes I just am who I am, Anna. I am who I am, and I just want some pants. I just want some really good pants.
You just want some pants, and I just want some plants.
Yes. I need self-care for my derriere, and you need plants without any ants in them.
Oh my goodness. No. People in our community know. I have a saga.
Plant saga.
I have a plant saga. I got a cactus. A rat tail cactus.
As one does.
Yeah, and it was glorious. And for the first time in my over 10 years of plant havings, there were bugs in the cactus that I brought home. And I caught them right away, and it's been in quarantine for like 2 weeks. And I think that I treated it, but I'm not going to let it out of that quarantine space for like 3 months until I can be sure, because I'm a crazy Virgo.
Basically, your plant has the Rona, but in plant form, and it must be quarantined.
Kind of, because it's highly contagious. It's never happened to me before, and I'm so sad. And I called the plant shop, and I was like, hey.
You called the plant shop?
I did, yes. And they said, oh, do you want to bring it back and exchange it for a different one? And I was like, well, likely if one of these cactuses has this problem, they all have it. And so really, you should be going to go check your cactuses.
Were they like, thank you for telling us? Or were they like, don't call us again?
No, they thanked me for telling them. And I told them that I was going to try to save it. And I said if I couldn't save it, to come in and let them know. But even still, it's like what other plant would I buy? Like, your greenhouse is only like this big. So it's in quarantine, and it was so cute. And now it's a little unsure if it's cute, but it still looks like it's alive. And it's been heavily treated for its condition.
Does it know where to find any good pants?
I don't think cactuses wear pants. But if we cultivate a series of Sisters Enchanted plant pants for the Sisters Enchanted swag shop, then I would say that it would know where to get a pair of pants. It would be from...
I spent a good 40 minutes the other day trying to find a pair of pants that I saw somebody wearing in a photo, but had no idea where those pants came from, and just tried Google searching all different phrases to try to identify the pants to no end. No luck was had.
I spent the other day researching a cactus.
Well, and you know what's interesting about this pants obsession is no one sees my pants. Like when I'm on camera, you just see my shirt. So what do I care? Just like wear leggings and move on with my day. But no, I'm entirely obsessed with pants that nobody will ever see.
It's okay. I'm entirely obsessed with trying to find a certain kind of cactus in a variety that I want that's not going to cost a bajillion dollars.
Well, I wish I could help you with that adventure. Alas.
Well, you could, because when you come home, I did find the kind of cactus that I want, but not in the variety I was looking up, but in a different variety that I didn't know existed. And it's really beautiful, and it's still at the plant shop. And I might have to go back and get it, but they also told me that they could special order me cactuses. So if I ever came back and it was not there, that they could get me one.
Goodness.
Goodness is right.
I feel like you're like escalated in the plant world when you're special ordering plants for your house.
I mean, would you special order some pants?
Yes.
So, I mean, if anybody's out there who listens
has-
to our podcast and likes plants
And pants.
and pants, if you know anywhere that has some good cacti, I'm looking for a certain kind of cacti, you just let us know. And also, if you know any place that sells pants for people who have a raging bootylicious derriere for them curvy peoples, you can just send us an email that says, this is where you buy curvy pants, this is where you buy cacti.
Yes. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. I think that let's recap our 3 strategies that you can use.
This book again.
Well, when you buy your magical self-care book from Amazon or Barnes & Noble as of this moment at 21dayselfcare.com, you can open the book to one random page and read it. Read it. I can't talk it. Open the book to a random page and read it. Bibliomancy, my friends. Divination. Option number 2, pick a page, use a pencil, close your eyeballs, and circle some options and see what message comes up for you.
Oh, I opened to that circled page when you said that.
Oh, look at that. 3, use a bay leaf or make yourself an abundance bookmark and keep it in a page of a fiction book or nonfiction book that has something you want to bring into your life. And then manifest it with that page and that abundance bookmark.
Yeah, and try it with your magical self-care book written by Sarah Waka.
Sarah Waka. I don't like my last name. That's why I never use it. Ever.
Well, you had to use it in this book.
I know.
Maybe you should have just been one of those people that adopts like your first name and you could just be known as Sarah.
Yeah, like Sarah, period.
Like Beyonce.
No, I don't prefer my last name. People never know. Like on the phone, people just think I'm from Boston. They're like, oh, Sarah Waka, like Walker. I'm like, no. If it was Walker, I would say Walker. It's Waka. Like Waka Waka, but spelled different. Waka, walkity waka.
Waka.
The worst.
Waka.
It's not preferred. It's not my preferred. Never met like the days that people call me like Mrs. Waka. Like, do not call me that. Sarah to you.
Sarah, period.
End of sentence.
Excuse me, my name is Mrs. Sarah. I belong to myself.
I know. Maybe that's what made me really not want to be a teacher. The fact that I just did not want to be Mrs. Waka in a classroom. It's like, this is the worst ever. End this right now. End it.
Good reason.
Yeah. All right, then. So, what's happening right now? Our free self-care challenge has just kicked off. So, we have threads in our Expedition to Soul Facebook group every day to share from the free challenge, which you don't have to buy the book for. You can just do the free challenge. Totally cool with us, though we appreciate your support. If you do pick up a copy of the book, they should be shipping anytime now. And we, in the threads and Expedition to Soul Facebook group for the free challenge, we will pick prize winners, send out stickers, things like that. So you want to participate in the challenge. I'm also doing intermittent live streams and cheering you on there. And of course, 21dayselfcare.com to grab yourself the book and just, make good choices and buy the book.
Make good choices and buy the book so you can have this picture of my face.
Yeah, Anna's chin smiling. That's Anna doing that smile with no eyeballs. Oh my goodness. Anybody listening to this, you need to go watch this clip because Anna's like putting her face where the rest of the face should be in the photo. Anyway.
We should have just put this in here and it should have been a podcast of the book.
Yeah, just like as if the book was talking to us. Like,
Yes.
Hi, I'm Magical Self-Care.
Oh.
I love you. You just don't know it yet. I'm going to be your best friend.
Love and self-care. You shall love
Self-care for your mind and your derriere. Okay. All right. On that note, thank you all for listening. And yeah, be sure to check out the book and 21dayselfcare.com for that. And join us for the free challenge that's happening right now. All right. Onward, friends. Until we meet again.
Onwards.
Onward. Have a great day. And thanks for being here. Bye.